everybody? Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. Hope you guys are good. Late, just walking into the house. It's been driving again, man, just like yesterday, man. I was on the road. Today I was on the road again, hanging with the family. So I'm back. I said, let me just jump in here real quick and talk about EKITIKE. Apparently, he's the next target we're going to try to focus on, right? Because, yesterday was all going crazy. Man United missing out on Gyökeres, jokes on us, kind of settings, right? So it was one of them things. Now, it's kind of crazy because today we see reports. Now, again, guys, I am not really up to date on what really went on today, so I'm kind of spitballing here. But apparently, Man United have identified immediately Victor Gyökeres' alternative and holds upper hand over rivals, right? So, according to this report, this is from the Mirror. They're saying Manchester United are said to be the only club who have made contact with Eintracht Frankfurt's Ugo Ekitike as they search for a new striker, with Victor Gyökeres now favoring a move to Arsenal, right? Listen, this basically that's what we're talking about here. Your boy Victor Gyökeres decided to choose Arsenal, right? Now, from what we hear from Fabrizio, he's saying that, listen, man, yeah, he's prioritizing Arsenal, but he hasn't really told United that I don't want y'all, right? He's kind of putting us as sloppy seconds. I don't know how you're feeling about that. I don't like it. All right, I don't like it because look, we always come first. All right, and it doesn't make any. Well, it does make a lot of sense. Victor Gyökeres choosing Arsenal because Arsenal has more to offer, right? They have more to offer compared to us, right? So, yeah, it kind of it can piss you off a little bit, right? Because all the news prior to yesterday, they were kind of pointing for us being able to pull this sensational move for this striker in the name of Gyökeres. But, it was fun while it lasted, right? Life goes on. He decides to choose, quote unquote, to choose Arsenal. Arsenal, of course, they're a better program. They're very close to winning the league, right? They have a chance of winning maybe Champions League. Now, I know you're saying, Luther, what are you waffling about? Arsenal does not win anything, right? They don't win anything. But if you're Gyökeres, you're looking at the projects, you're looking at United, and you're looking at Arsenal. You're like, okay, the last couple of years, they have been actually, playing better. They've been close, right? Arsenal have been close. So you can understand why Gyökeres is picking them because, again, they have more to offer Champions League, and they were very close to winning the Premier League if they had strikers. But, of course, Arteta decided to choose who? Defenders. People, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. I am Luther. This is Man United Central. Listen, people, happy Father's Day once again, and I appreciate you being here. Listen, I just walked in. I am trying to, catch up on all this news that happened today. But I say, you know what? I need to come in. I need to talk. I need to talk to the people, right? To see how you all are feeling about this all this news is happening right now, right? So back to the news. So yeah, Gyökeres apparently chose Arsenal, but again, Fabrizio confirmed that, listen, he didn't really tell United that he doesn't want us. But also at the same token, from the report that came out yesterday saying, this is it's a Portugal report, right? They were leading with that story that Gyökeres has prioritized Arsenal. The same report today, it came out saying that Arsenal, they have not put in a bid for Gyökeres, right? So what Andrea Berta, who is Arsenal sporting director, the way he rolls is he likes to go with two bids, right? There were reports out there saying that Arteta prioritizes Benjamin Šeško, right? That's who he wants, and he was pissed off the last window where he couldn't get him. So if he wants Šeško, and Berta likes to have two targets, and they decide at one point at the end, And it could be that's why, obviously, they're going after Gyökeres. That way they have those two targets and then they make a decision. Now, it could very well happen that it may get to that point, all right? And they decide to go with Šeško. And then that means Gyökeres is going to be out there, left out in the cold, in the rain, right? And then he's going to be, well, is he going to come to United? Be like, well, United, listen, yes, I was prioritizing Arsenal, but let's make a deal, right? It could be one of those situations, right? So I don't know. Do you take him back if that situation happens, right? Ron Oren 10, what up? Welcome. People, smash that like button, right? So would you be willing to take Gyökeres, say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. It's all business. Come on down. Or you're gonna be like, you know what? Listen, I wanted you, right? Because all the reports, Fabrizio was saying that Man United kept on calling every day, checking on dude. Yo, Victor, how you doing, buddy? How was breakfast today? Good. All right. What are you up to? Training? All right, nice. We're just checking in to make sure you were okay. That's what United was doing, checking in on dude apparently every day, right? So if that's the case, we were definitely interested in him, right? So him going to, hey, listen, I want Arsenal. It is what it is. So if, for example, Arsenal does not go through with the deal, he's going to be out there. Will you take him back, or you'll be like, you know what, forget about it. I'm going to focus on this other target over here in Hugo EKITIKE, right? You let me know. All right. Personally, yeah, listen, man. Gyökeres is a proven goal scorer. Gyökeres is a proven goal scorer. So if it turns out that Arsenal does not get him, I still want him. Okay, I'm gonna put my pride aside and I'm gonna say, you know what, it is business. Arsenal presented a better proposal, a better plan, a better project, and it is what it is. But still, Gyökeres is a proven goal scorer, right? So if it happens that he doesn't get picked up, I'm gonna take him, man. I'm gonna take him. You guys let me know if you will or you won't. You've had enough. You don't want sloppy seconds. All right, let me know. All right, so back to this. The report from the Mirror saying that Gyökeres, 27, has been heavily linked with United in recent months after another stellar season for Sporting Lisbon. Tony, what's going on, man? Happy Father's Day, Tony. Hope you had a good one, man. Hope you had a good one. Yeah. Let's go. What's up, Lou? Hope you. Yeah. I'm good, homie, man. I just walked in, hanging with the family again. Sister in town, husband, niece, and all that. So I just dropped him at the hotel. I just got into the house. I said, let me just jump on here real quick. Yes, man. Definitely happy Father's Day. Best one ever. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hope you had a good one, man. Were you spoiled today, or it was just another day, man? I was, man. This morning I got some nice breakfast. Went to my sister-in-law, and we had a blast over there. So it was a good one. Cesar Torres, hello. How are ya? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I do have some gifts here. As I'm walking in, there's some gifts over there that I need to open. So, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. All right, back to the story, man. EKITIKE, that's the guy that it looks like we have had talks with, apparently. And Gyökeres decided to dump us for Arsenal. That it is what it is. Of course, they have Champions League football and all this stuff, right? People, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. So this report from the Mirror is saying that United have since switched their focus to EKITIKE, and according to Bild is a very credible publication in Germany. Man United have already expressed their interest in the Frenchman to Eintracht Frankfurt. The report adds that as things stand, United are the only club to make contact with the Bundesliga outfit, despite recent links to both Chelsea and Liverpool. Tony said, yeah, but Arsenal not paying for Gyökeres, so now they move the eyes back to Šeško. I don't do that, Tony. That's what I'm saying. It is crazy, right? It is crazy the way they played us, the way Arsenal played this. So I don't know, Tony. Do you mind playing sloppy seconds? Because if Gyökeres is still out there, Arsenal decide to go for Šeško, would you still take Gyökeres, Or you're gonna be like, nah, man, we wanted you, but you decided to say, oh, I'm gonna prioritize Arsenal. Are you gonna hold the grudge? Or are you gonna say, you know what, forget about it, it's business, come on down? But yeah, so this report is saying that as well, as we as well, stealing. There was, let's see. So apparently, in this report, that their sporting director for Frankfurt is a very good friend with Christopher Vivell. Plus, EKITIKE is thought to be open to the idea of moving to Manchester, right? So there's a good relationship there for their Frankfurt's sporting director and Christopher Vivell, our chief recruiter, right? The report continues saying that the German, so EKITIKE is 22 years old. Again, another young, not proven, another better profile a little bit compared to Hoyland, but another one that is not, is going to be like a risky proposal to bring him in and expect him to hit the ground running. And he's priced close to 100 million, right? But again, United going and trying to talk to these guys, it means that there's a deal that can be made there, right? So this report is saying that EKITIKE 22 enjoyed a stellar season for Frankfurt, who finished third in the Bundesliga despite losing the services Omar Marmoush to Manchester City in January. The German outfit also has formed has formed for securing top money for their elite stars. So they don't really let their players go for cheap. Of course, we saw they were able to sell Marmoush out there to Man City for a huge fee as well in the winter window. Rando Colomwani in recent years as well. So they have a history of, selling these young guys and getting some good money from them, right? Frankfurt is said to value the French international for around 85 million, right? 85 million, these are pounds, 85 million pounds, which is about 100 million euros, right? So, and of course, this price could be too much for United, of course, who already splashed 62.5 million for Matthias Cunha and could end up spending a similar for Brian Buemo. So listen, to me, right now, this moment in time, United need to secure Brian Buemo. Forget about everything else. Secure Buemo. Secure Buemo, and then we go back and try to figure out this striker thing, right? Now, because of the money situation, I would even be willing to say, you know what? Secure Buemo, get us a midfielder, get us a goalkeeper, and then go back to a fourth striker. Whatever, because the thing is, if we're going for EKITIKE, nobody's going to pay 85 million for him, right? Nobody's going to go and pay. So if this is the guy that we're looking for, we could very well go later on in a month, right? After we've already secured our midfielder and a goalkeeper, right? And Mbuemo. And then we can try to work out a deal on the striker front, because right now the striker market is pretty crazy, right? So it could be one of them things. You see, we got ties to Eze now. I missed that. Dude, today I haven't paid attention too much. Listen. But the thing is, this window, man, we're gonna see a lot of links, like United links with this person, that person. But I do like it. I like Eze for sure. Now the report is saying that the Cameroon star did not comment on the transfer speculation during impromptu interview at the Canadian Grand Prix. So Mbuemo was interviewed. He didn't comment on it. Let's see. Yeah, and of course, the worry about the Mbuemo thing is Thomas Frank out there in Tottenham, right? Now, I don't know if they'll be willing to splash that 62 or 60 plus million for Mbuemo, but am I worried about the Mbuemo deal? I shouldn't be, because he already chose us. He told us that he wants us, right? But again, it's risky, man, because We cannot afford to lose not being able to sign Buemo. It will be a disaster, in my opinion. Silent Fusion, Bruno could play holding midfielder next season. Looks like yes, that's what it looks like. Because if we secure Silent Fusion, smash that like button. All right. Because if we secure Buemo, yeah, Bruno has to sit in that holding role, right? It's not the best thing, but yeah, he may have to do that. Now, what if right now, what if we say, for example, worst case scenario, we do not sign a striker, right? If we do not sign a striker, but we secure Mbuemo and Cunha, well, of course, Cunha is already in, right? Mbuemo and Cunha, both of them they've played as a 9 before, so they can fill that role. But I think we still need to offload Hoyland. But if Hoyland stays, if Hoyland was to, for example, hypothetically, listen, he needs to go. But if he stays, worst case scenario, having Acuna and Buemo as your creators, do you think he may not be able to find the back of the net more? Because now he will have two tens who they're very good at creating and scoring goals. Tony saying, took my kids out to steak and grab dinner, so just watching this recording of the U.S. versus Trinidad and Tobago. Oh wow! Don't tell me the score. Okay. Who's out? TT family member AKS. Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I recorded it as well. So let's see what else. So yeah, man. So this is gonna be very interesting, man. We just need to make sure that we secure that Buemo deal, and we go and try to do other deals. And the thing is, in order for us to get, for example, even EKITIKE or even Buemo, we may need to make some sales. Now, I see reports here that transfer window is open, right? So we're back. The 2025 summer transfer window officially reopened. So the window is open. So it's back to making deals again. Yeah, we need to offload players. Alejandro Garnacho's priority is to stay in the Premier League while he's set to leave Manchester United this summer, right? This is where the bulk of our money is going to come from, the likes of Alejandro Garnacho. According to Fabrizio Romano, he's saying that Alejandro Garnacho's priority is to stay in the Premier League. Now, if he stays in the Premier League, automatically we should be adding at least 10 million on top of the asking price, in my opinion, right? Fabrizio Romano is saying, despite Bayer Leverkusen interest and Ten Hag's appreciation, the deal looks complicated and the Premier League is the player's first choice, right? So he wants to stay in the Premier League. So yeah, we should definitely add a light 10 mil on top of that. We should add a light 10 mil on top of that, and then we'll talk, right? Because we need to offload some of these players in order to use some of that money to bring in the players that we need. Even if we're going to bring in a midfielder, if we're going to get another goalkeeper, we need to make these sales, right? Yeah. Silent Fusion is saying it looks like he'll go for 40. So even if it's 40, I saw 60, but if he saw 40, right, that 40 should be for overseas, Italy, whatever. But if it's a Premier League club, we need to add another 10 to that. I think it'll make more sense. Should be more for Prem. I agree. Yeah, absolutely, Silent. Yeah. Because at least when he comes in and kills us in games, at least we'll know we got some money. Because this dude, I promise you, he's going to go to one of these teams and he's going to come in to haunt us, right? And if he does, at least we'll know we got some money, right? Decent money. Because, dude, the last time we made decent money, not even decent, okay money, was Dan James, right? Dan James was the last time we actually sold the player and we got some money, right? Yes, Silent Fusion, welcome. Smash that like button. And listen, Silent Fusion, we do have a Discord community. If you're not in there already, what are you doing? You got to be in there, all right? So Feel free to join us. Tony the Great, when he gets the chance, he will drop that link. See, man, this guy, Tony, man. That's why you are the Father of the Year. All right, Tony. Happy Father's Day again. Yeah, so Silent Fusion, the link is right there for the Discord community. Check it out. Hit the link and join us out there. That way, we can stay in touch. All right, and jump in. And listen, when we're not live here, we still continue talking over there. All right. So yeah, we need to make those sales, man. Garnacho, yes, he was told you are surplus to requirement. Get the stepping, but we need the money. All right, we need the money. Another one. Manchester United are considering extending Jadon Sancho's contract before sending him out on loan, with the deal including a mandatory purchase clause. What? So I started saying, okay, Jesus. Fine, I understand. This is according to Team Talk. All right. By doing that, you are obviously securing the player's value, right? Because if you don't, then he could just run his contract down, right? I know, silent. I know, right? So this could be a rubbish report here from Team Talk, but it could make some sense, because if we cannot sell the guy, right? If we cannot sell him, we cannot just send him on loan, because if we just send him on loan, then it means end of next season he leaves for free, right? Then what's up with that? We need to get some money from him. So talks like this, it could make some kind of sense, but dude has to go. Like, I don't want to see any of this stuff of loan with an obligation option, none of that stuff. We thought, dude, a lot of streams here we did last season, when this dude went to Chelsea, we were like, hallelujah, he's gone, not our problem anymore. Guess what? Just like a bad rush, it comes back. Sancholini, man. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this guy, man. He just doesn't go away. All right. Another one, Rashford. He needs to be going as well. According to Give Me Sport, Barcelona have decided they would only be interested in pursuing a loan deal for Marcus Rashford. Once again, we are stuck paying a chunk of his 300K wages for an absolutely nothing in return. This is exactly why the club struggles to improve both on and off the pitch. This is according to, of course, MUFC MPB, right? Which that makes a lot of sense, right? Because ideally, we need to get rid of these guys, but we cannot just be sending them on loan, because when you send them on loan, you got to pay a chunk of their 300K salary. Him, Sancho, right? We cannot be doing that stuff anymore, right? We need to sell them. The problem is we can't really tear up the contract, of course, because then you're really shooting yourself in the foot. You need to get some money. So many players have run their big contracts down on the bench. Exactly. Dude, they're criminals, right? These players are criminals because they know they cannot go anywhere else and get this kind of money, because this is how we used to handle business, back prior to Ineos, right? We give them huge salaries and then we cannot offload them, right? Which is a disgrace, honestly. It's a complete disgrace. And we're stuck with them. Like Anthony, we know Anthony was not an 80 million player. We signed him for a crazy amount. Now he didn't work out for us. We're having a problem with to offload him. Luckily with Anthony, he went out there, he did his job. Just do your job, right? Just do your job. And he did. He went out there, he did his job at Real Betis, and now Real Betis, they're doing whatever they can to secure Anthony's services. And according to reports, it looks like Real Betis, they did sell, I forgot the name of the player, so they got like 25 million, right? They got like 25 million from the sale they did. So United and Betis, they've been in communication. So now United know, okay, um, Real Betis have like 25 million in their pocket, right? And according to reports coming from Real Betis, it looks like the conversation is going well with United, and it looks like a deal can be struck when it comes to Anthony, right? So I know we're asking for 35 million. They already have 25. Maybe we can come to a deal. Say, okay, fine, you can have him for 30. All right, find 5 million somewhere, and we call it a day. Right, that way he's out, because the important part is we got to remember, guys, we need that salary off our books, right? Salary off our books, and of course, even if we sell him for 30, there's still a little bit of a balance from his like the installments that we're making. So some of that may be taken from the sale, and then he's out, right? So we need to see those deals. We need to see those deals happening, man. We got to offload these players, right? We got to offload these players. But still, priority number one, get Mbuemo in. All right, get Mbuemo in. So according to Plenty Goal, Ugo Ekitike is a key target for Man United as they seek a true number 9. With the club-to-club talks underway with Frankfurt, Liverpool and Chelsea are also actively pursuing him, though no agreement has been reached, right? Now, this Ekitike guy, of course, when you go and look at those comps, okay, on YouTube, look at some of those comps, you get excited, right? You get excited. And now again, comps can make any player look like a baller, right? But Ekitike looks pretty decent, right? Looks pretty decent. Now, just imagine a front three of Ekitike, Cunha, and Mbuemo. That will be a very dynamic front three, right? It will be a very dynamic front three, and it could work, because I think Ekitike, it could be, I don't know, it could be like I am kind of grasping at straws here, or trying to, live in dreamland. He could be our very own Isak, right? Ekitike could be our very own Isak, you know? MKT, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, MKT. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. People, smash that like. MKT, let us know what team you support. That is the price of admission. Make sure you smash that like button. That is the second thing. The third thing, listen, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Welcome. I am Luther, guys. This is Man United Central. All right, let's go. Talking Man United, man. And of course, we're going to talk about everything else later on. Again, if you're just joining us, happy Father's Day, you legends out there, fathers and fathers figures, for fathers to be, and all that. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, keep making that impact out there. Keep leading by example. Keep showing our kids what we're all about: hard work, dedication, and family. And you always want to keep God first. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on, man. In other news, we're seeing that, and of course, we do still have Joshua Zirkzee, right? So Joshua Zirkzee, to me, also in that front three of Cunha, Mbuemo, and Zirkzee, that could also work, right? That could also work. Fine. If Zirkzee doesn't play, you stick a Mbuemo as your 9, and then you have another 10 by the name of Amadinho. You have another 10 by the name of Bruno Fernandes. We could make it work. We could make it work. But we need a striker for sure, right? Because right now, say for example, we say, okay, fine, the striker market is ridiculous. We are looking at Ekitike, right? Ekitike is priced at 85 million pounds, right? Which is 100 million euros. He's not going to go anywhere. Nobody's going to come and pay that. We can put him on ice, still talking to them while we focus on sales and getting in a midfielder, right? You bring in another midfielder, you get a goalkeeper, right? You secure those, and then you try to work a deal for Ekitike down the road, right? Because worst case scenario, even if we don't get a striker, or we find a way to just make it work, say for example, get Ramos from PSG on loan, or we go for, I don't know, Mateta. You know, it could work, right? Because right now, paying 85 million, close to 100 million for EKITIKE, for me, that is ridiculous. He should not be worth more than 60, in my opinion, right? There you go. Silent Fusion said, I would rather Xerxes as a false nine than Hoyland. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. But again, Xerxes is not really a 9. He's a 9.5 kind of thing, right? So absolutely. I would work with that. You know, I'll definitely work with him as a 9 and find a solution that way, right? But again, that's what I was saying earlier. Having a very creative folks like Cunha and Buemo as your 2 10s, maybe they may be able to create more for Hoyland, because honestly, Hoyland out there has been playing in a graveyard shift, right? So, which has been tough, right? Rasta Stocks, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, man. Hope you are well. Yeah, hope you're well. But yeah, man. Rasta, I heard that you are blown that we didn't get Jokers in the books, right? And you've had enough, right? So yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, definitely for me, EKITIKE for 80 or 100 million is a no-go, right? If we can negotiate something for 60, yeah, we can make that work, I think, for 60, but not for 100, because again, we're going to be doing the same thing that we did for Hoyland, paying crazy numbers, and again, he's not really the proven guy, right? Rasta, what do you think about EKITIKE, man? Tony, I'm sick of this PR game these journalists use. I know, man. They're playing with our hearts, man. These journals are playing with their hearts, right? We get all this positive news. Oh my God, Gyökeres is dreaming of United. Gyökeres is already have his bags packed. He's waiting for the green light. He'll go to United. Oh, United have been checking on him every day. Fabrizio Romano is saying that. They've been calling him every day to see what's the deal, all right? And, all of a sudden it falls through. But again, that's the transfer market, right? Some of these journals, they report what they know, but sometimes there's a lot of fake news that comes out there, and pretty much the whole world knows when it comes to Manchester United, man. They know how to mess with us, especially us fans, right? They know that we yearn for news every day, and they put whatever out there because knowing that we're gonna bite. That's why the likes of Ornstein, right? Ornstein does not give you updates all willy-nilly, right? Okay, compared to Ornstein and for example, Fabrizio. Fabrizio every week, or no, every day you get an update here, boom, 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 right? But Ornstein, when he drops a bomber, it's a bomber. Okay, this is it. This is happening. You haven't heard much Ornstein talking about Gyökeres like that, giving you play-by-play kind of thing, right? So it's one of those. Like Ornstein believes, like, listen, I'm going to hold off until I really have a concrete info, and then I can put it out there, right? Instead of just putting this stuff out there, and then we get fed bull. Russell, it's definitely exhausting trying to keep positive and let down them boosted. Yeah, exactly. Silent Fusion looks like no one knows what's going on with Gyökeres. Exactly, right? Everybody's speculating that Portugal report. Again, they say he prioritizes Arsenal today. They're like, oh, and then that same report had said that Arsenal had put in a bid for him, right? And then today they're saying this, the same report. They say, well, no bid has been placed. Craziness, man. Crazy. He posted a story saying most of the news. Exactly. Yeah, he posted that. And you know what? And Gyökeres, why post that stuff? All right. Why be all cryptic? Why? Right? It's either you tell us what's the story, or don't just post things and say, well, I'll talk when I'm ready. How about when you're ready, then you start talking, instead of putting cryptic messages like, listen, whatever you've been seeing out there is fake news. I'll talk when I'm ready. Come on, man. If Arsenal not getting Gyökeres, then do we think he might settle for United? That's what I was asking Tony earlier. I was like, listen, do you care being sloppy seconds? Right? Because if he's prioritizing Arsenal, it means we are sloppy seconds. And Arsenal, they're probably using him to secure the Sheshko deal, right? Because Berta, director for Arsenal, he likes to work with two targets. He gets them to right where the decision needs to be made, and then they choose the one they want. The other one, you be kicked to the curb, right? Listen, man, I'll take him. All right. I'm sick and tired of this that guy. It's like don't even know himself, Fabrizio. Listen, man. Listen, because I guess with Fabrizio, right? He's under so much pressure to deliver news and whatever and updates and all this. He has to put things out there, right? He has to put things out there, speculate and whatever. But again, this news for the Gyökeres news, I think that will really mess his credibility up because again, he kind of everything kind of was pointing for United to to be the ones securing its signature. Yeah, people, smash that like and make sure you join our Discord community if you haven't done so already. All right, so we're gonna go through this real quick, people. Let's see what else is going on. Ruben Amorim said this about Victor Gyökeres in April. Okay, so let's see. Fabrizio Romano said Ruben Amorim Gyökeres deal. I don't talk to him, but this was in April apparently. Ruben says Gyökeres, I don't talk to him, but if a player only wants to come to Manchester United to play Champions League, then he won't come. Right? We want players who want to represent United, not players who want to play certain competitions. All right? Yes. Yeah, we heard about that. That is true. But I guess that's why we appreciate a player like Cunha. Cunha coming in, you can see he really want to play for the badge. He doesn't care about the competition and all that stuff. Even Buemo kind of did the same thing, right? Buemo did the same thing too, saying, hey, I want United, regardless of competition. Yeah, we like that. But the thing is, was it the other day I heard from I think I was watching Mark Goldbridge, United Stand, and one of the folks commented and said, listen, soon we may run out of people, because what Cunha said, listen, he grew up, back in Brazil, watching Manchester United from TV, watching the likes of Rooney and all these legends, right? We're going to get to a point where most of the players that we're signing, they really have not watched that generation of ballers when we were great. The generation that we're going to be signing is going to be generation who has seen the last 10 years of United where we have been crapola. Right? So that is risky. So we really have to get our act together and try to bring our game up. That way, okay, we start climbing the table. I remember 7 times he was wrong on transfer, Rasta. hey, I know. Hey, Rasta, I'm right there with you, brother. I am right there with you. But the number of transfers he covers, I guess you're bound to be wrong in a few of them. I don't know, man. People smash that like button, man, for Fabrizio Romano. But yeah, it's been annoying, man. It's been annoying. Sometimes he has earned a lot of credit with a lot of people. Whenever he puts info out there, it's usually most likely than not is correct. But this one, yeah, it was messed up. Yeah, he jacked it up. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if he comes to United, Gyökeres, I'll still take him. Honestly, I'll still take him because I know he's going to bang goals for us. And again, he's going to come in less expensive than EKITIKE, even though of course, he does work in an Amorim system, of course, but from profile wise, I don't know if Ekitike is better suited for United. I don't know, but we shall see. Prince Odion, big up this Prince watching from Paris. Paris. Why can't we just go for Osimhen, get Bremo, and forget worried? Um, let's see. Well, here's the thing. First of all, Prince, smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. And Prince, if you just found us, I am Luther. This is Man United Central. I'm glad we found each other. Listen, Osimhen, of course, number one priority for right now, because let's assume Gyökeres is gone. Today, we see reports Osimhen also says, I want to play Champions League football. You know what? I'm sick and tired of these players saying they want to play Champions League football. Listen, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Champions League football. Who am I kidding? Right? Who am I kidding? Yeah, they do care. Because whenever you say you're going to go to United, basically you are saying that in the next 3 years or 4, you're okay not... you're taking a chance that you may not make it to the Champions League football. Right? Or in the next 3 years, you're saying, you're okay not winning the Premier League or something like that. So some of these guys, based on their age, where they are right now, yeah, you can understand why they would want to make moves like, I want to play Champions League football, all right? But still, we are Manchester United. This is Manchester United we're talking about here, all right? You should still want to sign because of the badge. Yeah, champions, schmampions, who cares? Oh, man. Exactly, man. Forget about it. Just sign the dotted line, get your paycheck, and bang goals for us. Champions League football will come. All right? But, yeah, so Osimhen did say that he wants Champions League football, so that could be another one that he's not going to come. But again, with Osimhen, that's like I was saying, or a lot of people have been saying, he wants that guaranteed money, right? He doesn't want that contract that we usually give most of our players that kind of fluctuates, right? Say, for example, if we qualify for Champions League football or we qualify for Europe, your salary, you get that bump up in the salary. If we don't, like the way we didn't qualify after Tottenham, we gave him a trophy. Yeah, so then your salary is going to go down, right? So he doesn't want that. He wants to have salary that is set, knowing that, listen, I'm going to be collecting my 350 or 300K a week throughout my contract, regardless of what the team does. But that has not been the way we roll, right? It has to be performance-based, all right? If the team is shite, you don't get paid. Simple as that. Because the money we make from being good, it should be incentive to get you to force you to play better, right? Silent Fish is saying that Champions League is top 5 now as well. Yeah, I think, but I think next season it may not be top 5, because again, the only reason we got 5 is because most of the Premier League teams, qualify. They played very well and won a whole bunch of some of these the major tournaments, right? So that's why it's 5. So next coming around after next season, that may not be the case, because maybe the Premier League clubs may not perform as well. Who knows? Philemon, what's going on, Philemon? Smash that like button. Philemon, welcome. Let us know what team you support. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe, right? But yeah, Prince Odion, securing Brian Mbeumo is a priority. And honestly, Manchester United, if they fumble this, man, it will be a complete and utter disaster. So I really hope they don't. I really hope they prioritize this. I really hope they get this through the line, because if they don't, and this guy goes to Tottenham, is going to be another dagger, because Tottenham will be like, yo, yeah, once again, it's another one, all right? It's another one. in your face United. We beat you in the little competition, whatever, and we're in the Champions League and you are not. And then, even though this player said he wants you all, guess what? He's playing for Tottenham. Come on, man. This is Tottenham we're talking about here. Yeah. According to Ben Jacobs, Brian Buemo has told all suitors, including Spurs, that he only wants Manchester United. All right? That's what he told everybody. So why should he all of a sudden change just because Thomas Frank is over there? It wouldn't make sense. It would not make sense because, of course, by then, he already knew that Tottenham are in the Champions League, right? So it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. So we shall see what happens. According to Record Portugal, again, they're saying that Arsenal have frozen the transfer of Victor Gyökeres. Arsenal has got fed up with Sporting 80 million demands, and Gyökeres is no longer their first choice because it was too expensive. Arsenal have turned back to Benjamin Šeško again. Tony, I see that report that you're talking about. Ha! 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 Oh my days. This is crazy. All right, let's see what else is going on, man. Okay, so when we EKITIKE, right? Eintracht Frankfurt, they're asking for what? 85 million pounds, which is equal to 100 million in euros, right? Another player, so we may be able to get him at a lower price, right? The reason I'm saying this is according to that report again, that publication in it's called Record Portugal. All of a sudden, they're getting all this info. They're saying Porto are looking to sign Tyler Dibbling for just over 25 million euros, right? Now, the same player, Southampton, reportedly told Manchester United that they would have to pay 100 million pounds. See how ridiculous that is. Southampton told United 100 million. And now Porto, they're looking to sign Tyler Dibbling for 25. Ridiculous. So, yeah, we know about the Man United tax, but come on now. Enough is enough already. All right? Enough is enough. So, this whole window, man, the window is open once again. We shall see. We shall see how everything transpires in the next couple of days. But honestly, we need somebody to leave, and we need these players to come in. Talking about outgoings, there's a report that Inter Milan are now accelerating a deal for Rasmus Højlund after he accepted their proposal. Right? Again, this is according to Core Sport. They're saying that Rasmus has given Inter a green light based on their proposal, right? And honestly, this is good news because we needed to offload him, right? We needed to offload him, so we shall see. Give me a second, guys. All right. Yeah, so we shall see what how everything transpired, man. Because one thing I can say is these players and these journalists, they sometimes play games, right? They play games knowing that whatever move they make, they're gonna get some clicks, right? They're gonna get some clicks. But as far as outgoing, get rid of that. As far as outgoing, definitely Rasmus is another one that we should be able to get rid. Now, I don't know how much money, I don't see the reports how much money we can get from him. Most likely it's going to be another one with a loan with an option or obligation to buy, right? So we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, let's see what else is going on, man. And of course, we saw the Club World Cup started, right? What do you guys think about that, man? Did you enjoy any of the games? I saw the highlights of the first game, Inter Miami, and that Al Hilal team. Is it Al Hilal? Al Ali team from, I think it's Egypt or Morocco. I'm not sure. But that game was pretty dope. We could probably use some of those players, right? And that team is the same team that Marmoush came from, right? So that team always has really good players. Of course, today we saw a ridiculous game. I didn't watch it, but it was Bayern versus Oakland. Bayern won by 10 goals. Oakland is a bunch of players who, they're not serious. PSG, they did win today. What was the scoreline with PSG again? PSG looked pretty good. Yeah, they won by 4. It was a decent game, exciting game. But of course, that's Atleti Madrid didn't look really dangerous like that. Of course, they had a red card. So yeah, what other game that is? Of course, there are more important games coming up here soon, which should be exciting. Tony, I'm about to jump out of here, and I'm gonna go and watch the U.S. game and see how it all worked out. But it looks like, based on your reporting earlier, Tony, it looks like it was a good game, so I'm gonna check that out. But I'm excited to see my first live game on Wednesday. Yeah, dude. I know. Our rivals, but see Man United later this summer, dude. I know. That's what's up. You definitely enjoy yourself. Yeah, listen, man. You gotta do your reporting on the pitch or at the game or something. Make sure you record. Drop it in the Discord. That'll be great. Tony, I just done playing my first 11v11 outdoor game. I scored a goal. That's what's up, Tony. I just looked at your posting for today. Big up to you, man. Scored a 2-2 towards the final minute. That's nice. I like the kit too, man. That kit is fresh. You need to put your name in the back of it, man. That's what's up, Tony. Big up to you. Yeah. Big up to you, man. Good stuff. Guys, happy Father's Day again. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go shower, look for food, and open the rest of my gifts. But yeah, big up to you. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. You are legends. Smash a like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.